She's loved mathematics all her life and spent years studying ways to teach it better. Soon she'll be in charge of one of our most important universities. My guest on Under the Skin is the incoming Vice Chancellor of UCT, Mamokgethi Phakeng. Professor Mamokgethi Phakeng, welcome to Under the Skin.
Thank you very much, John.
The position of Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Town, it's not a job you applied for. Why not?
Well, I mean, there's always a right time to apply, and sometimes you don't want to waste your time. So,
yes.
Firstly, it's a tough job, and but secondly, I wasn't sure whether I'd be welcomed, whether the university community would see me as someone who they need to have as a leader at this time. And it's I've been here for 18 months. I started the job as Deputy Vice Chancellor on the 1st of January. And I enjoy being Deputy Vice Chancellor. I work well with colleagues there. But I guess when the email scandal came about my qualifications, yes, and my discipline, things were going well in my work. But I got a sense that, wow, if something like this happens, perhaps I'm not the kind of person that's needed. And of course, I have gotten a message that I'm unlike the culture, too colorful, too loud, too young, too whatever. And so I thought there's someone else who's needed, and perhaps I should give the university an opportunity to get the kind of person that the university would feel comfortable with.
A lot of people might find that surprising because you are not known for necessarily walking away from doors that are locked or even closed. Yeah. I'm not suggesting you kick them down, yeah, but you've been a pretty persistent knocker over the years. Yeah. Why the doubt around this one?
As I said, it's not an easy job. I mean,
yes,
being Vice Chancellor is a tough job, and to do it well, you needed support of the university, different constituencies in the university, and so. Even if I felt that I have the capability to do it, it was important for me to know that the university community believes in my leadership, right? That's number one. But the second one is that to be appointed as VC, you go through different, it's not just the selection committee. Different constituencies, right, have to indicate their support for you. And it can be quite a grueling, and it can end up being a humiliating process. I mean, it's not just at UCT, it's in all universities that appointment, contest towards vice chancellorship can be rough. So I didn't want to go through that process, end up bruised, and have to leave simply because I'm too bruised to stay here. So I felt, let me back off. And I also felt, I still have many years ahead. I mean, yes, I can still be...
You're in no hurry.
There's no hurry to be VC. I can be VC in other universities sometime in the future. It doesn't have to be now. And I still have a full term as Deputy Vice Chancellor here, which is a huge challenge, and I'm enjoying it, and I thought, and I can do it well,
So here's the thing. I mean, it seems that your appointment is a very popular one. Down the line, once you take office from early July of this year, there are going to be moments where you have to be not popular, but perhaps very unpopular. How good are you at not being liked, even if it's for doing the right thing?
I think people who don't know me think that I like being liked.
Yes.
Actually, people who know me think I stir pots quite a lot.
Yes.
More than just do what's liked.
Right.
I mean, I have to say to you, even during the process of contesting the Vice Chancellorship, I think I was making unpopular decisions. Whether it was about students, whether it was about decisions that were made at faculties, and I'm disagreeing with them. So I don't necessarily work hard to be liked. It may be that I look liked now, but yes, actually, as I say to you, I mean, if you go anywhere I've worked, whether it's Wits University, probably even here, people who have worked with me a long time, they would talk about how courageous I am to do things or say things that people want to say and they're scared to challenge, and I would be the one challenging them, or give messages that other people are scared to give. And I'm not scared to give. I probably don't even think about whether that's a difficult message to give. So I'm not really about doing things just to be liked. There's a good reason why students like me. And part of that reason is that I tell them things that other adults don't tell them. Okay, I'm all about academics. I'm all about, and perhaps that's the reason I'm quite happy to challenge them on that. I relate with students in a different way.
Tell us a bit more about that, because that's intriguing for me. Why do you think students, and in particular black students, are more willing to take tough love from you than they might from perhaps other people who could have been considered for the job?
Because I'm real. I think I'm authentic. I don't try to be something that I am not.
Yes.
So they see something that they want to be in me. So they look at me and they think, wow, that's possible. I could be that. Okay? And secondly, I keep my life real. There are times when I'm down. There are times when things are not working. And I've written lots of things on Facebook or on my social media about when the chips are down, what do you do? Or and I show them what it takes, that you get up early, I work till late, I hustle basically, I work really hard to get to where I am. I tell them my English is not the best English Model C kind of English, and I still am pushing this. So I think the young black people see me as someone who shows them that actually what they want to achieve is achievable. Their dreams are valid, their dreams can be pursued, and they can be achieved.
You've spoken about making the university unapologetically African. So what is it right now? Is it not African at all, or is it apologetically African? Or have I missed one?
In fact, that's our vision as a university, is to be engaged, inclusive, and African. And I have included the word unapologetic. And it's because when you look at the history of UCT and you look at the visions or the strategic plans, there hasn't necessarily been a bold statement about being African. Okay, there's been Afropolitanism, and we are a global university. And in fact, the discussion about being African in our vision was not a trivial discussion in the university. Yes. Because for some people it communicated other things. Does it mean we're not global? Because some people said, well, we're a global university. For me, it means that we're not shy to be who we are.